All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we do it around here, getting into the nitty-gritty today.
Oh, absolutely.
We're diving into the world of MERN stack courses.
MERN stack, yeah.
These things are everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely everywhere. Online, these online programs that promise to turn you into like a super-duper full-stack developer like that.
Right.
Faster than you can even say JavaScript.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We've got this article that we're going to unpack here a little bit. It's titled MERN Stack Courses, The Hidden Truth and False Promises.
Interesting title.
Yeah, and we're going to see if these promises actually hold up.
Yeah.
So I think maybe just starting off, like, have you ever wondered, like, why there are so many of these courses out there?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of an explosion.
Yeah. Is it really, like, is MERN really the golden ticket to, like, one of those crazy high-paying tech jobs?
Well, it's funny because the MERN stack, for people who haven't encountered it before, that's MongoDB, Express.js, React, and Node.js. It is like a really nice entry point to web development. You can build things quickly.
For sure.
But I think the article's point about the hype maybe being a little misleading is really spot on,
Yeah.
Like one thing they point out is that MERN is just easier to teach than a lot of these more complex backend systems. So for people who are creating courses, it's kind of a no-brainer. You can slap a full stack developer label on it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Even if what they're teaching about the backend is super surface level, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I mean, from a course creator standpoint, you want to teach something that's a little bit simpler to teach, and
Right.
I think a lot of people are attracted to those full stack developer titles.
Oh, sure.
But what about those instructors that are like, always flaunting their Ex-FANG credentials?
Yeah, the Ex-FANG thing.
That's got to mean something, right?
Well, you would think, right? You would think so.
These guys, they must have the inside scoop.
Yeah, you would think they'd be coming with like super deep knowledge.
Yeah.
But the article really dug into that, and I think it's pretty interesting. They found that a lot of these instructors were actually laid off. Not necessarily like they chose to leave to go pursue these greener pastures.
Oh.
And some of them didn't even have technical roles.
Oh, really?
Or they were like super junior. So it's not really the depth of experience that you might imagine when you see that.
Yeah, like when I think Ex-FANG, I'm thinking like, super senior staff engineer.
Exactly.
You've been there for 10 years plus.
Right.
You've seen it all.
Yeah, building mission critical systems.
Yeah, and then to add insult to injury, like a lot of the course content is just like recycled open source material.
Yeah, basically like regurgitating.
Yeah.
Documentation.
Of direct YouTube tutorials.
Totally. Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of disappointing.
It is kind of unsettling, actually. It reminds me of this one course I took a while back where the instructor's like, oh man, he was promising to reveal all these industry secrets.
Oh.
But it ended up being like this, a collection of those basic tutorials all cobbled together.
Oh, no.
Not exactly the insider knowledge that I was hoping for.
It's like the opposite of insider knowledge there, right?
So that's a huge bummer.
It is a bummer, and I think that is a really common experience.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these courses just dangle all these tempting promises. They're really good at marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Things like land a job at Google after this course,
Right.
That kind of stuff.
But that's just not realistic.
Well, and the reality is these top tech companies, they're really looking for a really solid foundation in things like data structures and algorithms.
For sure.
System design, specific domain expertise,
Yeah.
data structures and algorithms. It's interesting. It's kind of like the essential building blocks of writing efficient code.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost like a chef needing to know basic knife skills, right?
I see what you're saying.
It's that foundational, you have to know how to organize and manipulate data effectively.
Right.
If you want to be a software engineer.
So are those courses like the build 10 projects and become a full stack developer?
Oh, yeah.
Are those kind of like those learn to play guitar in 30 days programs?
Yeah, exactly.
You might be able to like strum a few chords.
You can play Smoke on the Water.
Yeah, but you're not going to be headlining Coachella.
Yeah, you're not going to be Jimi Hendrix after 30 days.
No. No.
And then you've got the whole, MERN stack is the future thing.
Right.
Which, MERN definitely has its uses, especially for smaller web apps.
I can see that.
But when you start talking about large-scale systems, often they rely on languages like Java, Go, Rust, or C++ for the backend, because these languages are just way better suited for handling these massive amounts of data and these complex operations.
Yeah, it's like trying to run, the back end of Facebook or YouTube on,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
MERN stack.
I mean, imagine trying to do that. It'd
be a nightmare.
It would be a nightmare. It would be like trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand.
Right.
Like, yeah, you could maybe make a small prototype work, but it's not going to be able to handle the immense traffic and the data processing needs of a platform that's got millions or even billions of users.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it seems like, MERN is like a good place to start.
It is a good starting point, yeah.
But it's not like the end-all, be-all solution for building like complex software systems.
Exactly. And if you really want to get into serious software engineering, you got to go deeper.
Yeah.
Mastering data structures and algorithms, system design, backend technologies like SQL caching, API design, distributed computing.
Wow. So many things.
Yeah, and these are crucial.
So I think this is something really important for all of our listeners to keep in mind.
Absolutely.
Everyone, be a savvy consumer out there.
Yes.
Don't just blindly trust the hype.
Do your research.
Yeah. Always do your research.
Yes.
Check the instructor's background.
For sure.
See if they have genuine product development experience, you know?
Exactly.
Not just like a brief stint at a big tech company or something like that.
Right. Like, have they actually shipped something?
Yeah. Have they shipped something that's actually used by people?
Seen the whole process.
Right.
Not just, worked on some internal tool that nobody uses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this kind of raises an interesting question for everyone listening.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If MERN isn't the only path out there,
right,
what other skills or technologies should aspiring software engineers really focus on to stand out and really make a mark?
Yeah, what are those hidden gems that people aren't talking about as much?
Yeah, that's a fantastic point to ponder.
A lot to think about.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of MERN stack courses.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hopefully everyone listening got some valuable insights today and, feel a little bit more empowered to navigate this crazy landscape of online courses out there.
Yeah, be a critical thinker.
Yeah.
Don't just buy into the hype.
Exactly.
You got this.
All right, everyone, see you next time.
See ya.
For another deep dive.
Bye.